Hello. Thank you for joining us today at the Nampa Public Library. It hasn't been the same without having you come in and visit us, but we are excited that we get to talk to you today. We have a special visitor with us. This is Chief Kirk Carpenter, and we are going to ask him some questions and read a story together, and we're just so glad that he's here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Today we're going to read a book about staying safe, healthy, and optimistic during the COVID-19 pandemic. And this book is called We're Going to Be Okay. It's tips and advice by Dr. Ebony Jade Hilton and Dr. Leigh-Ann Webb. It's illustrated by Ashleigh Corrin Webb. Beep, 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 rang the alarm clock. The smell of blueberry pancakes filled the house. Parker leaped out of bed. "Today is Show and Share Monday," he said. All weekend he worked with his dad to make an erupting volcano experiment that he could not wait to show his class. Parker rushed into the bathroom. He brushed his teeth, combed his hair, and he put on his favorite blue striped shirt. He ran downstairs excitedly, but found his mom and dad still in their pajamas. "What's going on?"
Buddy, I've got some news, his dad said. School is going to be closed for a while. There's a new virus causing people to get sick. It's called coronavirus. What's coronavirus? Let me get my lab coat. Dr. Mom has answers for you. There are other forms of coronavirus that have been around for a long time. They usually cause a cold, but this new version is super sneaky and has caused many people across the world to become sick, said Mom. Other names for the virus that you might see as a scientific name, or the one we hear, coronavirus, that's the one your friends and the media are going to use most often. And COVID-19, that's how our doctors are going to describe the sickness. Coronavirus germs live in people and on the things we touch with our hands. But there are simple things we can do to keep us safe. Simple things like what? Parker asked. I'm scared. Well, here are some ways we can keep ourselves safe.
Stay safe. Wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds to remove all germs. Cover your nose and mouth with a washable face mask or scarf. Stand at least 6 feet away from other people when you are in public. Leave your shoes at the door. I'm sure that your mom would like that anyway, so then your carpet will stay cleaner. Don't touch your hair or your face, even with gloves on. Now that is a hard thing to do, but if you practice, you can do it. Help keep your home clean.
Stay healthy. So eat healthy snacks, like the carrots and the blueberries right there. Exercise every day. Run, skip, jump rope, bounce, or ride your bike. Get lots of rest every night. Take walks outside with an adult, or practice positive self-talk. When you're feeling down, talk to someone you love. You can also journal or express yourself through art. Try thinking about things that make you happy. Stay connected. Video chat with your friends and your family and your teachers.
Help others. Save extra water and food each week in case your neighbors get sick and need help. If a neighbor becomes sick, take them food to help them out until they feel better. Chicken noodle soup is always good for that. Find creative ways to use your time and talents to help brighten someone's day. Send a card or email and call your friends and family to check on them. Find unique ways to celebrate friends on their birthdays. And I know a lot of times we have gone to birthday parades where we drive our cars, we decorate them with balloons and crepe paper, and we hold up signs, and then we hand a present out the window. So there's different ways that you can celebrate birthdays and still stay safe.
Doctors, scientists, politicians, teachers, and many other essential workers are working like superheroes to keep us healthy, safe, and secure.
And our family, neighbors, friends, and the whole country will stay in our homes to stop the virus from spreading until it's safe again.
And if you do your part, you can be a hero too, like washing your hands and distancing. I know that no matter what happens, we're in this together.
We're going to be okay. One of the ideas at the end of this book is to share your feelings. And one way you can do this is to draw some circles and share how you're feeling. Draw a face showing how you feel today and write about it. Like today, you might be sad. Why do you feel sad? You can write about that, and sometimes that helps. Another day you might feel happy. So you can write about why you feel happy and what makes you happy. There's different feelings we have, and sometimes it helps to just talk about our feelings or to write about them.
One amazing thing that's in this book that I think it's a great idea for all of us to do, because we're at home a lot now, is create an I get to list. Here you can see it's like wear my Halloween costume all day, or even to dinner. Some of the things I like to do, I really like to build forts. I also love to lay in the grass and look at the clouds and try and find animals or different things in the clouds. So you should try and get your list together and make a big list of things that you get to do because you're with family and at home.
We have some free resources that you can look at. They are on this page, and there are a lot of free resources on the internet that will help you have different ideas and learn more about COVID-19. What are your roles in helping people stay safe in our community?
So my role's in the community of Nampa. Every day I get to be the fire chief for the Nampa Fire Department, which is an amazing opportunity and an amazing job. I get to not only help keep the community safe, but I also get to help planning for future of the growth of our city. Also right now during the pandemic, I get to play the role of emergency manager, which is the person that attends all the meetings when we talk about what our community is going to do to keep our citizens and the surrounding community safe.
Well, thank you so much for all you do. It sounds like you have a big job.
It is a big job, but it's worth it.
Great.
It's fun.
Awesome. How do you go about helping people stay safe? Do you work with the committee?
So we do. We have leaders throughout the city that are working on numerous committees. So we have committee meetings all day, everything from how are we going to help homeless population to how are we going to keep our kids safe at school or when they're outside of school. We also have committees that are working on how do we get information out to our community members, whether it's through TV or radio. So there's many committees that are working with a lot of good people and leaders from the community of Nampa that are working together to keep our community safe.
Wow, thank you. So one of the problems we have right now, as everyone knows, is COVID-19. What are some of the problems associated with COVID-19 and what are some of the solutions?
Yeah, COVID-19 or coronavirus is very sneaky. I think the biggest problem is it's invisible. We can't see it. And so it can be sneaky in that because we can't see it, it's oftentimes we have to be very careful in how we are going to protect ourselves. So you've heard lots over the last months of how we can keep ourselves safe, and that's washing our hands, that's covering our cough, staying home if we're sick, and distancing from people, that 6-foot distance that you hear from people that aren't in your house. So those are things that we can personally do. And then I think just as a community, the things that we can do is be positive and be a helpful neighbor and be a person that's looking for opportunity to provide help where we can and be someone that is doing their part in keeping the virus from spreading.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Those are really great ideas. What steps can a child take to help keep their family safe?
Yeah, and I think our kids are very important when we're talking about keeping our family safe and themselves. We can do all the things we've talked about where we're washing our hands and covering our coughs and staying home when we need to if we're sick or we just are told that now's the time to stay home. But I also think it's important for kids to know just how important they are in the family and that they have the opportunity to, number one, be a really good cheerleader for their parents and maybe bring some of the sunshine that their parents need after a long day at work and dealing with the coronavirus at work. And they get to come home to their kids that they love, and if there's good ideas on fun things to do in the evening, or you have a giggle or a funny joke that you can help your parents get connected again at home and realize that the coronavirus isn't everything, it's just something that's happening right now. And when we're home and we get to be with the ones we love, like our kids, then that's a great time for us to spend time and enjoy one another rather than be afraid of the coronavirus.
Great, that is awesome. What helped prepare you to manage problems like COVID-19?
So the mayor actually picked me to be the emergency manager, which is really all I am doing is managing committees and working towards efforts for outreach for our community. And I think what prepared me is both a military career as well as a career in the fire service. All we do all day is respond to emergencies and as quickly as possible mitigate them or stop them. And so after 25 years of responding to emergencies and coming up with plans on how to stop them or putting in safeties that will keep them from occurring again, I think that was one of the things that helped prepare me to respond to what coronavirus is bringing to our community.
What are some resources for families and where can they find them?
So one of the things I love about the Nampa community and the city of Nampa, it's probably why I picked to work here in Nampa, is because of the teamwork that we see in the community that we have. So the leadership in the city has created a website called Nampa Ready, and it is really a one-stop shop for either mom or dad or even kids to go find the resources that are available for the people that live here in Nampa as well as people from outside of Nampa. But you can find guidance from the CDC or Southwest District Health there on how to best put on an event like a wedding or a baseball tournament, to even finding help. Maybe a family needs food, and that's where they can go find those resources. Maybe someone needs childcare because mom and dad have to work, and now that school is kind of weird, and sometimes kids are going to go and sometimes they're not. Mom and dad need daycare. And so we have those resources there on the website at Nampa Ready, and it's a great place for our community to have one place that they can go to find the resources they're needing, really no matter what that is for our families.
Great. Wow, what a lot of great resources. What would you say to children who are looking for hope and reassurance during this difficult time?
So I know that the coronavirus or any sickness can be very scary to kids, especially when you hear the news and you hear mom and dad talking about this scary disease for them, and it's changing their work, and it's changing your school, and it's changing that you can't be here at the library. And those changes can be scary, but the one thing I can tell you is throughout history we've seen the world have many, many things that have come and gone, and in the end, hope is really all we have. And every time we've had big events, whether it was a natural disaster like an earthquake or what we're dealing with right now with COVID, people or us are always on the other end coming out okay, and most of the time better. Take this time to really enjoy your family and get the opportunity to be with one another and enjoy the times that you get to laugh and have fun. And don't dwell on the changes that are happening, because change is okay for a while and we'll get back to normal someday. And it might just be a little bit different normal than we're used to. So I would say that hope is the key. Always have hope that tomorrow is going to be better. And the positives of being at home right now can be great if you find the good things in where we're at today. So enjoy your family, be healthy, and get extra sleep and eat your vegetables, because when we're done with this, there's a lot of running around and fun to have.
Awesome. Wow, hasn't it been great to have Chief Carpenter here with us today? We're so grateful for all he does for our community, and we're thankful that he took the time to come here and talk to us today. And we do hope that all of you are safe and happy. And just remember to try to stay positive, and that children really do make a difference in helping their families every day. So thank you, Chief Carpenter.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll see you here next time.